times are tight enough, and then fuel prices start to rise, further harming your pocketbook, imminent travel plans, any sense of remaining monthly savings, and your general outlook for the future. Sound familiar? We're in the thick of it yet again, just like a decade ago, and yet the trend of rising oil and gas prices just before or during an economic recession or worse is neither coincidental nor should be limited to our wider experiences from the crises of 2008. You see, the oil price is an economically and thus politically expedient tool designed via financial opacity at the highest levels of global finance for enriching the world's largest financial institutions, for underwriting experimental international stimulus measures to stave off deflationary depressions, or at least try to, and for inevitably consolidating assets across continents while managing the perceptions of whole populations. Engineering collective perceptions, whether for pouring the masses of certain sanctioned nations into the streets shouting for Revolución, or for shifting consumer habits towards electric vehicles, or certainly for finding acutely convenient blame for why an economic recession should all of a sudden start in an economy that, quote, otherwise seems just fine, end quote. In this 21st episode of Money and Fear, and in the show's detailed show notes, as always listed under the videos on our website, we'll touch upon what that oil price even is, why it does what it does, and according to whom or what. We'll weigh some monetary and political history naturally, as well as the machinations of financial innovations involving leverage, which allow for surreptitious interventions by very big players into agreed upon oil prices, monetarily related gold prices, and what might be expected to come from here onward. If you're not a NewsBud member yet, please join and tell others. It costs practically nothing, and yet it gives you information you're not supposed to know, thus empowering you to stay ahead of the herd and think like these establishment planners who rely upon oil as the world's most important commodity and lever think. The time is now to support independent, nonpartisan media, so please consider joining the worldwide NewsBud community today and tell other genuinely curious friends and family out there as well. Thank you.